Oh, hold on one second. Wanted to thank you all for taking the time to join me today to talk about the GetSet Book, our new application that will provide opportunity and access for you to make on-the-fly changes easily and quickly on your website. So a very snowy, wintry welcome from here in Ontario, Canada. We're in the middle of yet another bit of winter weather, and I know that we have some people on the call today from parts of Canada as well as parts of the U.S., so welcome, welcome. And I'm going to do an overview of how GetSet Book works, what its purpose is, how you can take full advantage of it, and then if you have questions for me at the end of the session, please feel free to ask, or definitely we can set up a follow-up time to make sure that your particular website is configured to accept all of the opportunities as part of GetSet Book. The takeaway I hope that you get from today is that you'll all feel confident in making a number of changes easily and on the fly. Of course, support is always available to help you. You can email us or call us on the toll-free number. But you may find that some of the small changes that you want to be making to your website are really easily taken care of by the GetSet Book module. So, just the basics. Why GetSet Book? We have a login. There's a login you can take advantage of. Why set this up? What we found, both for ourselves and feedback from customers, new customers and long-term customers, is that the interface on WordPress is complicated. Our old original website system was a proprietary system that we set up and built. And clients who've been around for a long time said, oh, wow, this is super easy because there's not very much to look at. I just can click and do this, that, or the other. And there weren't a ton of other features available. WordPress is much broader in scope, which is great, except that the aspects of WordPress that you need to use in order to make changes are sometimes mired or hidden in all the other features that are out there. So we wanted to provide you all with an access that's simple, that's intuitive, and that's powerful. We want you to be able to take care of changes and not be tethered to your laptop or your desktop. We've had a lot of comments from practices that have been using GetSet Book who say, oh my gosh, it's awesome. It's on my phone. I walked out of my office, I went and stood in front of my frame board, and I said, click, 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 click. These are all my new frames, and I'm removing old frames, and it's instantly posted to the website. Not a lot of complication involved. So we wanted you to be able to do that. We wanted you to be able to, if you think about doing something at one particular point in time, that you have the access to that. Karen, I'm just going to, I'll post a note in there. So, when you first start working with a website on WordPress, or you first are new to a website, or you're new to WordPress, you feel like, I'm a bit of a newbie. I'm a bit of a brand new person, and I need some direction. I need a little bit of help. So that's what we're here to do today. We're here to be the guide to show you the easiest way to take advantage of using GetSet Book in order to do the things that you want to do. So how does this all fit in? GetSet Book is utilizing software as a service technology, and that acts as a bridge between the fairly intensive and comprehensive interface in WordPress and the straightforward checkboxes that you would like to do in order to make edits and changes on your website. So we're utilizing software as a service in order to allow you to do that in a very powerful and intuitive way. The current features that are available on Get Set Book include designer frames, FAQs, office hours, team people, doctors and staff, and eye care services and insurances. Everybody's website has the capacity to use the features of the Get Set Book, the current features as well as new features that are coming on board. It may be that we need to do a tweak or a configuration in order to complete the bridging between the Get Set Book app and your website. And if you find that you open up the app and you are not seeing what you need to do in order to be configured, you just need to let me know, and we can, I'll go ahead and take care of ensuring that that's in place for you. So using it in the office, you can use app.eyecarepro.net in your browser on your desktop or laptop. You can always also set it up on your mobile device, whether it is an Android or an iPhone. You would follow the prompts. So you would go to the browser, you would open it up, you would say yes to saving it on your home screen, and that's all that needs to be done. It's not a purchase application. It's not in the App Store, in the Apple Store, or the Android Google Store. It is a cloud-based application that you'll be using. So let's go and take a look at the app itself. Just going to, sorry, I'm going to log out. So I'm going to go to app.eyecarepro.net. And I'm going to add my username and my password. The email or username and password combination is the same combination of credentials that you would use to log into your current WordPress website. If you've forgotten that information, either you've forgotten both, give us a call. We'd be happy to reset that for you. Or if you know what your email address is associated with WordPress, or you know, wait, hold on. I just want to make sure that you can see my screen. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself logged in.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
As an OD site client, you have access to this website section that has all the details or the sections, the features that I covered. Each of them allows you to make changes to these particular areas of your website. So I'm going to cover what these are and some parameters around them. I'll talk about some of the features that are coming up soon, and then I'll also show how you would add additional users onto your into your access. So the insurance section is set up to automatically preload the insurances that are currently set up on your particular website. You can search for other insurances by just starting to type in a name and scroll down and look at all of the insurances associated with that information. If you find something that you would like to add, you're just clicking to add it or clicking to remove. If you go to add an insurance in and as you're typing, the system indicates it's not finding what you're looking for. by clicking on Request an Insurance, you're prompting a message that comes through to us. We would then source out that insurance and associated logo. We'd add it to the system, and then we'd notify you that it's been added so that you can take care of applying it to your website. Once you have all your insurances indicated, you're able to move them around as you wish. We're in the middle of a sort of tweaking project that will allow this to be auto-sorted alphabetically, in addition to being able to sort it how you want it to display. Then to view, to make sure that your changes have applied on your website, there is a link set up on that particular page, and it'll display for you the plans. The system also applies a bulleted list. The reason it does that is that Google can't read what these logos are. And it is very important that Google is able to present to a viewer searching for somebody in your neighborhood that accepts Aetna or Great-West Life, that they will be able to present your website to the person who is searching. So that's why this bulleted list is available there. Toggling around between the different sections or different features is just along the blue bar at the top. The designer frames sets up very similar to the way the insurances are set up. You can customize the order that they belong in. You can remove frames. You can search for frames. You can take a look at all the designer frames that are available in the system. I think there are 909 and counting. And by searching through, you'll be able to identify other ones perhaps you'd like to add in. And as well, take a look and see, what does this look like on my website? This is set up so that all of the frame lines that you carry in your office are displayed here. The office hours section is designed to work in conjunction or in sync with the way that Google displays the office hours. Again, it's a toggle on and off. I'm closed, I'm open. These are the hours. In this case here, I added morning hours and afternoon hours. If you want to make a change, you would indicate it and then just apply, and it will automatically update on your website. If you have special hours coming, you can indicate that as well. So let's say, I think April 19th is Good Friday. So my office is going to be closed. I'm going to save that special hour. And when I look at it on my website, I will see that displayed there. So once your date has passed, you can come into the system and remove those special hours out. The FAQs is a fantastic opportunity for you to be the expert, to have expert answers at the flick of a switch, the touch of a button. There are 253 different FAQs listed in the system. You can take a look at your enabled questions. You can search by topics. So if you wanted to, for example, talk about flex spending, or you have a particular new interest in keratoconus, for example, you could add that. Search for those. I'd like to put this, what is keratoconus and what causes it. I'd like to put those on my website. So if I go back to my filter and I take a look at my enabled questions, I've set up a component on my website that allows me to decide which Q&A or which FAQ I want to display on my home page. So I'm going to move keratoconus up, right, so it sits as the top Q&A on this list. On my website, I have a component set up, preloaded, and we can definitely do this for you. You just need to let us know. So my component is here, a Q&A component. Because I placed that keratoconus question at the top of my list, it'll automatically display here on the home page. If I wanted to change what's going to display on the home page, I can flip it over, refresh my page, and now instead of it being keratoconus, the question is now, what does it mean to be legally blind? When I click on the question, it opens up the answer in a toggle format. And I can also go to the FAQ page and view all of the FAQs that I've decided I think are appropriate or important to put on the website. Eye Care Services section displays in a list all of the service sections, service pages that are available as part of the default content set. And again, you can choose to have a page private because it's not something that you participate in your office, or you can set it to display. And the last section that's on board right now is the team section. Option to select a doctor or a staff, and then to add the information in as per the details. So selecting this, we're going to add Sally Sue. We can select from the list of suffixes that are available. I could type in the bio or paste in a bio. I can select a camera option, and then I can go and search on my desktop or my mobile device for the picture for Sally Sue and add her into the system. These are the sections that are currently on the website. The coming soon sections that we're just finishing the configuration on, and they'll come on as they're available. We won't wait to do a whole complete swap. The second time around, we'll bring them on as they come forward. The equipment section and the contact lens section will work in a similar way to each other. We have compiled and consolidated an extensive list of contact lens products, both the description and the images, and you will be able to select the images that you would like to display and the content that you would like to display on the website. So you might check off 15 AccuView lenses and 12 Bausch & Lomb lens products that you have, and when you select those, they'll appropriately display on the contact lens landing page. Equipment will work in a similar way. We have compiled a fairly comprehensive list of advanced technology as well as some other technology that you would like to let your patients know that you have in your office so that they can appreciate the extent to which you're working to protect their vision and to enhance their eyesight. The badges section is designed so that you can make modifications to the badges that are included on your website, and also perhaps edit the place where your badges are pointing. You might use one particular online scheduler, and then you might change that. So you want to go in and edit the path that the badge will open, so that it will be available to you. The announcements is a super exciting section. It's probably the most frequent type of phone call and email that we get in support, especially in the winter. We get very, very, very many practices emailing in or calling in to say, I need to post a notice on my website because we're having a terrible snowstorm, or it's a terrible ice storm, or it's a terrible rainstorm. We need to indicate that we're closing early. And it'll be great that you'll have access to be able to do that on the fly. So you'll be able to go into announcements. You'll be able to post what you want the announcement to say. It will show up on both mobile and on your desktop version of your website. You will be able to set the time you would like it to start to post, and also the time that it will be removed. So you could post a notice today saying our office is going to be closed on Friday. We're doing staff training. Have a great weekend. And then you would set that to come offline at end of day Friday. So at 11:59 on Friday night or 11:59 on Sunday night, for example, whatever it is that you want. So you don't need to remember to go back and take that posting back off again. So it'll be a really very handy feature to be able to be used. The focus box section is, here's an example of what we call focus boxes. There is a standard size image appropriate to whatever the particular topic is, and there will be an extensive list of images and topics that you can select from that you would like to have posted on your home page. So some practices have 4 focus boxes, some have 3, some practices on their website currently may not have the focus box module, but again, if that's the situation, please be in touch with us. We'll be able to add that in for you, and then it's a really fabulous way to be changing the content on your home page without having to do a lot of labor-intensive work or thought. We've put the labor and the thought in so that you'll be able to just click and select and take care of doing that. So I think you'll find that really handy. One of the important features or reasons for changing content on the home page is that Google considers that an interesting and a worthy practice for you. So your credibility, your online credibility can be determined by something similar to that, whether or not you're making changes. So new features, coming soon features. This is your settings tab. This is where you would add in an additional user for your Get Set Book login. So you would select new. You could go in, put their name and their email address in. That is going to give you the opportunity to
Lisa Johnson.
The notice that they've been added as a user will deliver to their email address. They would then create their own password and be able to then go in and take care of making changes via the Get Set Book. Adding this new user in is only adding them into the Get Set Book portal. It's not adding them into your WordPress administration. So you'll just have to kind of remember to keep those 2 things separate. But that's adding a new user in. You don't have there's no limit on the number of users that you're adding in, so definitely will make the delegation of responsibility out to maybe the optician in the website can be responsible for sorting out the designer frames. The insurance or the billing person or the receptionist might be doing announcements or might be doing insurance information. However it is you'd like to allocate that out, it's all really easy and straightforward and intuitive for people to take care of working on. So just as an FYI, so those are the features that are available for ODSite practices. If a practice is involved with one of our marketing programs, just as an FYI, we have a review section which is hooked into Google Reviews and posts automatically on their Google My Business page as well as on the website. And once a patient has finished their eye exam or they've finished their contact lens exam or they've come to pick up their eyewear, it's really a straightforward way to add a little message in, to add their mobile number in, and send them that review request. I think that everybody is becoming more and more aware of the necessity for great reviews, and particularly reviews on Google, since that's really the benchmark for success is having great reviews on Google. So that's one of the advantages of our marketing service. The other is the opportunity to go through all the different campaigns and select campaigns to be implemented throughout the month. And so this is just a little sneak preview or a little bird's eye of what marketing practices have the opportunity to use. We do, I think, SC in our office had just sent out information about a special in case anybody's interested at all in even just having a conversation with Evan, who's in our sales department, about the promo or about how marketing and reviews can help, drive new patients to your office or drive new visitors to your website and then make appointments. Absolutely, just let me know. Of course, no pressure at all. The promo is you pay for your first month and then you get your second month is free, and of course we have no contract, so let me know if you have any questions about that at all. You can always reach me at support@icarepro.net or my direct email, sue@icarepro.net. So that's Get Set Book.